Ladies and gentlemen, we have approximately 2 minutes left in warm-ups. The girls will return to the locker rooms briefly, come back out for the national anthem. We will kick off at approximately 8:50. Thank you. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, to help the players that are reserves and the coaches stay dry this evening, the Verizon tents you see on the sideline are going to be placed over the benches. Once they're placed, in the event you see it obstructs your view, please feel free to slide towards the center or to another position so it assists you so that you can see during the course of tonight's game. Once again, we appreciate you sticking with us through the delay, and we apologize for any inconvenience. We just want to make sure the players are as best taken care of as possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your public address announcer, Ed Bishop. We welcome you to Swope Soccer Village for tonight's match between your reigning NWSL champion Blues and the visiting Chicago Red Stars. Once again, thank you for waiting out tonight's rain delay and enjoy the action. FC Kansas City fans, please welcome the referees and players onto the pitch. The Walk of Champions is brought to you by RG Federal Credit Union. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the delay tonight, we want to move forward, so we will announce the starting lineups at the beginning whistle. So at this time, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the center of the field. Tonight, our colors are being presented by the Leavenworth High School JROTC. Now, please join us in paying respect to the Stars and Stripes for the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome you into a rain-soaked and soggy Swope Soccer Village in Kansas City, Missouri for tonight's presentation of the National Women's Soccer League. FC Kansas City home to the Chicago Red Stars. For those of you who have been waiting patiently online watching the streaming broadcast, we appreciate your patience. We have had lightning in the area, and it is still absolutely pouring here in Kansas City. FC Kansas City, the defending NWSL champions, will be wearing blue tops, white shorts, and blue socks. And moving from our left to our right, the Chicago Red Stars will be wearing the white tops with the blue stripes, red shorts, and red socks. And moving from our right to our left. And we'll also apologize in advance. They have constructed some tents along the near sidelines to protect the reserve players, and the views will be obstructed at times for those of you watching online and for those of us here in the stadium. So we may struggle at times to identify certain players, and we appreciate you having some patience with us through that. But this is a fantastic matchup in the National Women's Soccer League. Chicago comes in first place, coached by Rory Dames, his 5th season at the helm in Chicago. Chicago comes in with a record of 3-0-2 through 5 games, 11 points. First place in the NWSL. For FC Kansas City, coached by Vlatko Andonovski, they come in with a record of 3-2-1 with 10 points through 6 games, in 2nd place in the NWSL. And for the Blues, they're on a bit of a roll after losing the first 2 games of the season. They reeled off 3 straight wins before their scoreless draw with Western New York last week. For Chicago, they are also rolling. The 2-2 draw with Houston last weekend. They have a 3-0 victory over Boston, 1-0 over Sky Blue FC, 1-0 over Sky Blue, 2-2 with Portland, and 3-2 over the Seattle Reign to open the season. So again, pouring rain here in Kansas City, and we expect that throughout the match this evening. The radar says green, red, and yellow, which means lots of precipitation. We had a rain delay of nearly 2 hours before we got underway this evening. This will be a corner kick for FC Kansas City, with Lauren Holiday out with the U.S. national team. This will be Leanne Robinson, the defender, with the left-footed in-swinger, and it goes far post, and heading it away nicely is Chicago, but not out of danger yet. And there's Robinson from the far side again. She'll send it in. Chicago will try to clear it. Kept in Jen Buskowski. Ava Bush. Now it's cleared away, and this will be a throw-in for FC Kansas City. And now the rain has lightened up just a little bit. FC Kansas City on the far side. Mandy Laddish in chase. And there's a good first touch by Sofia Huerta, currently the hottest player in the National Women's Soccer League. For the first time in league history, a player has won back-to-back Player of the Week honors, and that is Sofia Huerta. After her brace last week, Chicago falling behind Houston 2-0. She scored a brace to draw it level and get a point for Chicago. That was huge, and that came a week after scoring 2 other goals to bring her season total to 5. And the rookie, 22 years old, out of Boise, Idaho, played college soccer in Santa Clara. The 11th overall pick in the NWSL draft. And for FC Kansas City, marking Sofia Huerta will be a huge task. She is on a roll. And Chicago will send it back to their keeper, Michelle Dalton. Karina LeBlanc out with the Canadian national team. Both of these teams missing several players due to national team call-ups with the upcoming World Cup 2015 in Canada. So while we are seeing the 2 of the top 3 teams in the National Women's Soccer League, we are seeing 2 teams not at full strength. For FC Kansas City, they are missing Becky Sauerbrunn, Amy Rodriguez, Heather O'Reilly, and Lauren Holiday away with the U.S. national team. The Chicago Red Stars, Karina LeBlanc out with Canada. Shannon Box, Lori Chalupny, Kristen Press, even a couple others. So Tancredi is also out with the Canadian national team. As the ball trickles to midfield, a battle coming here in the midfield, and Chicago's got a chance. On the move is Erin Gilliland. She'll slide it across, and it goes far side before it's cleared away, but a good build-up by Chicago. Now Liz Bogus, the far side, Buskowski. Erica Timrak, the 2013 Rookie of the Year for the MWSL. Leanne Robinson. Sent across by Shea Groom. This will be a goal kick for the Chicago Red Stars. And perhaps a nice little rivalry building between FC Kansas City and the Chicago Red Stars. Battling for the top of the table in the National Women's Soccer League. Major League Soccer, Sporting Kansas City and the Chicago Fire have a nice rivalry. In Major League Baseball, the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. In fact, the Royals will be on the road next week heading to Chicago, but they'll be in interleague play taking on the Chicago Cubs. A battle on the far side, FC Kansas City, and this will be played through to Mandy Laddish, rookie from Lee Summit, Missouri, out of Notre Dame. Played on the 2010 National Championship team and now bounced in and just missed the net. A dangerous play by Chicago goalkeeper Michelle Dalton, who's making her third start of the season. As it bounced into a Blues player and nearly into the nets. And Chicago avoids disaster from the beginning. We'll take another look at it here. There it is, just skipping wide. Dangerous play for Chicago as they avoid disaster. Huerta on the run, laid off to Gilliland. Gilliland down in the corner, dispossessed by Leanne Robinson, and this will be a goal kick for FC Kansas City. Back in goal, Nicole Barnhart, longtime U.S. national team veteran, 33 years old, from Stanford. She did not play last weekend in the scoreless draw against Western New York as they gave the start to the rookie Caitlin Rowland from UCLA. But Barney, as they call her, is back in net, and Barney has been fantastic throughout her entire professional career, whether it was the national team or here with FC Kansas City. And now the build-up for the Chicago Red Stars. There's Huerta, dangerous player. She'll send it far side. The Moots. Calaprico. It skips out of bounds. Throw in for Chicago, and it'll be Taryn Hemmings to take the throw in for Chicago. You can see the rain still pouring here in Kansas City. Erica Timrak now has possession for FC Kansas City. Now Chicago gains it back. Now across in front. Jen Buskowski. Sarah Hagan. Out to the near side, Leanne Robinson. Room to run for Robinson. Acres of space. Robinson across. Laddish. Robinson trying to make the overlapping run, but it's just too long from the rookie forward, Shea Groom from Liberty, Missouri, product of Texas A&M. 4 years of college soccer, started in the Big 12 before moving to the SEC. Again, if you're just joining us, we had a lightning delay of some 2 hours, so we are very much behind schedule for this game in the National Women's Soccer League. Good news for both teams. If you're checking scores around the league, the Western New York Flash came away with a huge 3-2 home win over the Washington Spirit. And the Spirit came in tied on 10 points with FC Kansas City for second place in the NWSL, both 1 point behind Chicago. So both teams can get ahead of the Washington Spirit. Chicago can put more space between the two. FC Kansas City can jump over one or both, depending on tonight's outcome. FC Kansas City playing it to the near side of Robinson, one of the taller players in the league, very athletic and strong, and she will battle all night long. Rachel Kwan. Vanessa DiBernardo patrols that midfield for Chicago. And Huerta is quickly shut down. Played out to Robinson. Now up to Shea Groom. Buskowski. Both teams coming out looking very aggressive on this rain-soaked surface. And now a foul on Chicago, and this will be a free kick for the Blues. We are in minute 11 here. We were not sure if we were going to start on time, and about 30 minutes before the scheduled kickoff at 7 p.m. Central, neither team was on the field, electing not to warm up in the event there would be a long delay, and both made the proper decision as they waited for the league office to make a call. And as soon as lightning struck, that required a delay, and several delays in fact, so 2 hours behind schedule. We are underway. The Red Stars with possession. Now going up with an overlapping run. There's Erin Gilliland on the left side. Leanna Robinson is there to close it down. Pardon me. That's Aver Bush. And now in front. Dangerous Chicago with a shot, far post, and it just goes wide. That was Jen Hoy, who's looking for her second goal of the season, the 24-year-old from Princeton University. Had 4 goals this season ago for Chicago. And FC Kansas City knows her well. Back in 2013, she scored twice in a come-from-behind win to give Chicago a 2-1 win over FC Kansas City. Now the ball skips past Shea Groom. Sarah Hagan collects it in. Back to Groom. Now this will go far side. Liz Bogus, who's been on a bit of a scoring streak for FC Kansas City. Played back to Mandy Laddish, the hometown player from Lee Summit, Leanne Robinson. Robinson will send it right into the box and into the hands of Dalton, the goalkeeper for Chicago. 13th minute, we are scoreless. Now Erica Timrack patrolling the center of the park. Now in front, and a diving stop by Dalton. And a very good move as she had Sarah Hagan bearing down in front, looking to break this game open. Sarah Hagan looking for her first goal of the season. Here it is again. Here's Hagan in front, and just, a half a step too late. But nicely done by Dalton to get in front and squelch the attack for FC Kansas City. And now here come the Red Stars. Huerta. Stepping in front is Laddish. We got a whistle and a foul on Alyssa Moots. And a great conversation before the game with the parents of Michelle Lomnicki. Pat and Sherry. Maiden name Wanino. She was married in this past January. They drove all the way from Denver, Colorado to be here at the game tonight, and they are on their way to Minneapolis. So nice the Michelle Lomnicki's parents could be here and get the game in. I spoke to them and I asked them if they had an umbrella. I had offered mine. They said, no, we have two. We're well prepared for this one. In fact, they drove through this storm on the way from Denver to Kansas City. So hearty souls, the parents of Michelle Lomnicki, and glad they could be here to see their daughter get the start tonight for the Chicago Red Stars. Now corner kick for Chicago, right-footed in-swinger, and that was poorly taken, but Chicago will keep it in momentarily. Tracking back to get it at Rachel Kwan, the 24-year-old, making her 4th start of the campaign. A Stanford product, also part of the Canadian national team on occasion. Liz Bogus tracks back to get it for FC Kansas City. Kwan just missed. And now outside to the rookie Shea Groom. Shea Groom has 1 goal in the season. She'd like to get a second. Leanna Robinson overlapping run, and the ball was just too strong and misjudged by Shea Groom. Throw in for the Red Stars. Minute 16. For Chicago, Jen Hoy. And a whistle and a foul. Taken back by FC Kansas City. Leanna Robinson. Shea Groom. Mishandled. Jen Buzzkowski. Erica Timrak. Liz Bogus is there too. Still Timrak. Buzzkowski. And now Chicago will take it. There's Huerta going the other way. Trying to catch Jen Hoy, just a little bit too strong. And Amy LaPelbit, longtime U.S. national team star, will watch it go out of bounds. And there'll be a foul and a free kick for the Blues. And depending upon the quality of your computer screen tonight, these players are absolutely soaked to the bone. It has been pouring here for the better part of 2.5 hours. The lightning has stayed away. It was the reason we were delayed some 2 hours. But these players are soaked, and the fans who have stayed here at Swope Soccer Village are a hearty group, to be sure, to wait this out and stick around to see it. So we appreciate the fans who have stayed around tonight. Now Erica Timrak for FC Kansas City. She's on the move. She's got Shea Groom. She's onside. Flag stays down. Groom trying to get there to the corner. Crossing far post, and nobody home for the Blues. And Chicago will try to spring the counter. Red Stars, far side. Trying to get it up to Jen Hoy. She's on it. Still Hoy. Still Jen Hoy. Now DiBernardo. Still DiBernardo. Slotting it forward. Trying to pick up Kwan. And the Blues will turn it the other way. Shea Groom. Sarah Hagan. Battle along the near sideline. Hagan is down, and there's a whistle and a foul against Chicago. Whistled was Samantha Johnson, the 23-year-old from Palmerville, California. Played college soccer at USC. 12 games a season ago. 11 starts. Made this club through open tryouts. And Chicago has a great find in Samantha Johnson. Now Erica Timrak pedaling through the center of the park. Leanne Robinson up to meet it for the Blues. And they'll cycle it back to Averbush. Sending it long ways down the left side, overshot the entire park, and that's collected by Dalton. FC Kansas City once again in the blue tops, the white shorts, and the blue socks, moving from our left to our right. The Chicago Red Stars, the blue and white striped tops, the red shorts, and the red socks, moving from our right to our left. Erica Timrak. LaPelbit. Out of bounds, and a throw in for the Blues. This will be LaPelbit on the far side to take it for FC Kansas City. Buzzkowski. Coming to the near side. Leanna Robinson. One tough customer for the Blues. Robinson lay it off to Shea Groom, and she kicks in. This will be a corner kick for FC Kansas City. And Leanne Robinson, once again, in the absence of Lauren Holiday, away with the U.S. national team, will take it. Fans in Kansas City and Chicago both excited for World Cup 2015 in Canada. Able to support a lot of their players. It's a Hard for the teams to move on without their star players, but still a great chance for the fans to see the best talent on display. And here's Huerta on the move, two-time NWSL Player of the Week. And she'll take a searching ball in, and no problem for Nicole Barnhart. Herself a World Cup veteran, Olympic champion. Cycles it out for Ava Bush. The far side, Bogus. Lapelbit, nice move by Lapelbit. Sent out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for FC Kansas City. Lapelbit was property of the Chicago Red Stars a couple of years ago, and before coming to Kansas City last season, spending time recovering from an ACL injury before getting back in. Becca Moro's doing great work on the other side as well for FC Kansas City. A whistle and a foul against the Blues, so a good spot for a free kick for Chicago. Huerta quickly on it, and she's declared herself, well, she's going to walk away from it now. She'll put herself in a position to maybe get on the other end of the ball here. This will be DiBernardo lining up for the free kick for Chicago. DiBernardo from Naperville, Illinois, product of the University of Illinois, making her 6th start of the campaign. Has yet to score, but has 3 assists so far in 2015, and she'll send it into the mixer, far post, headed up in the air before Nicole Barnhart jumps on it. And DiBernardo, a valuable part of the Chicago program. First round pick a season ago, played in 23 games as a rookie, making 19 starts. Now here comes the Red Stars again before Buzzkowski gets on it. Timrak, chopped down. Referee says play on. Calaprico. Sent away by Lapelbit. Shea Groom dispossessed. And Shea Groom leaping over a would-be attacker, and now she'll send it ahead to Sarah Hagan, and it's cleared away by Dalton. A nice idea by Shea Groom. The timing just didn't quite work out, and Chicago quickly springs the counter. Dancing on the ball far side, sending into the box. Trying to pick out DiBernardo. Just couldn't quite link up. So we are in minute 22. Still scoreless here between FC Kansas City and the Chicago Red Stars. Barnhart sends it out to Lapelbit far side. Here's Liz Bogus. Liz Bogus, 2 goals on the season. She's having a great 2015 campaign. Kwan for Chicago. Now a battle between Huerta and her teammate. Now Gilliland on the near side. Cycles it to Kwan. Back to Gilliland. Trying to find a shooting angle perhaps. Passing angle. Sent away, and Kwan will get it along the near side and maintain possession. Back to Samantha Johnson. Now through the raindrops towards the 18 before Leanne Robinson collects it for the Blues. Shea Groom back from her forward position. And now here comes FC Kansas City. Looking ahead along that far side. Liz Bogus trying to track it down. She'll be cut short by Taryn Hemmings. This will be a throw in for Chicago. Tara Hemmings, 29-year-old from Greeley, Colorado, from the University of Denver. Last year coming back after an ACL injury to play in 15 games, making 9 starts. And this is her 6th start and 6th appearance of the season. And Chicago mishandled by Gilliland, so this will be a throw-in on the near side for Blues for Leanne Robinson. Robinson, Groom. Timrak dispossessed. The Red Stars have a chance here. Do they have the numbers? And held up was Jen Hoy. Liz Bogus cycling back for the Blues from her forward position. Moros on the far side. been a good battle on that far side for Moros. Now Eric and Timrak has it for FC Kansas City. Groom will send it to the near side. Robinson. Nice move by Robinson. Get past Quan. Jen Buzzkowski, an iron woman for FC Kansas City. Likes to chew up the center of the park. And now Robinson. Now Buzzkowski couldn't quite get there, and there's a foul. And this will be on Jen Buzzkowski. So a free kick for the Chicago Red Stars. And the referee wants a word with Buzzkowski. She's waving him off, but he wants a word, and he'll get it. But the card stays in the pockets. Good news for Blues fans. Again, rain continues to pour here in Kansas City, but the Lightning has stayed away after our 2-hour rain delay. And here's Shea Groom for FC Kansas City. Sarah Hagan looking to make a break. Still Shea Groom, and it's nicely turned away by the Chicago Red Stars. Now on the near side, Johnson. And now taken away by Buzzkowski, who whistled for a foul a moment ago. Mandy Laddish battling. This will be a throw-in for the Red Stars, and Vlatko Andonovski is saying, "What? Are you kidding me?" But Roy Dames of Chicago says, "Yeah, good call." And this will be a foul call, actually. They whistled the Blues for a foul. DiBernardo was there initially. And now she'll step away. Samantha Johnson, the USC product, taking it. Now it's sent far side, turned away by the Blues. Liz Bogus trying to collect it. Red Stars maintain possession. Taryn Hemmings. Moros, far side for FC Kansas City. Liz Bogus. Up ahead to Sarah Hagan. Dispossessed by Jen Hoy. The near side, Samantha Johnson. Sarah Hagan in there to turn it to Erica Timrak. And this could be on for the Blues. Shea Groom is way offside. She'll have to come back. And now it's Shea Groom. Chicago wants an offside. Here's Shea Groom. Still Shea Groom. Shot right foot. Initially bobbled by Michelle Dalton. That's a save and a nice run by Shea Groom. She was offside initially. Came back to get onside and made a nice run on the pass from Erica Timrak. A nice job linking up there. We are in minute 28. Leanne Robinson trying to pick out Hagan. And this will be a throw-in on the near side for the Blues. Leanne Robinson. Timrak sends it up in the air. Back to collected. Hemmings. Dangerously up in the air right in front of her own goalkeeper. And Dalton has to do some fancy footwork to knock it down and keep it in front of her. And keep it away from going over the line. So a couple of mental mistakes by Chicago so far in this first half nearly cost them, but no damage done as we are still scoreless. In minute 29 as we near the half-hour mark. Far side, Sarah Hagan trying to catch an overlapping Shea Groom. Nicely cut out by Chicago. Mandy Laddish now for the Blues. Timrak now forward to Laddish. And that skips to the corner and hits the post. And this will be a throw-in for Chicago on that far side. Initially, Alyssa Moots. Mandy Laddish, Chicago calling for a foul. They won't get it. Referee says play on. Here's Buzzkowski. Sarah Hagan. Moros. All the way up from her defensive position. Still Morris. Two players down on a heap. Referee says play on. Tipped away by Lepelbid. Here come the Red Stars. Still building Chicago. And now nicely cut out by Becca Moros. Well done by Becca Moros. Outstanding effort. Chicago, Calaprico. Near side and just a bit too strong for Gilliland, throwing for Leanne Robinson. And we are now into the first half hour of the match, and Jillian Carroll joins us now with an update on FC Kansas City in the game. Jillian?
Thanks, Brad. We're here on the sideline, a little bit wet, but we're staying focused. I hope you can see the fans stayed out with us today. We're very appreciative of that, and it's been a great match so far. I spoke to Leanne Robinson early in the week, and she said she was very excited to get some one-on-ones, and we've seen that a lot. Both defending them, she's shutting everything down, but offensively, she's gotten some space to run into. She's had some crosses. I know we're going to connect on one. Chicago's doing a great job as well. Both of their coaches have been off the bench quite a bit, saying push up, push higher, get there quicker. So they're looking for more high pressure. I think moving into the half, we've had a lot of possession, and I hope to finish one. But as for now, down on the sideline, we're staying as dry as possible. Back to you in the booth. Thanks, Brad.
Jillian, it's been a great first half. Both these teams are going 100% all out despite the soaked fields and the rain that continues to pour. It's been exciting.
That's right. You know, the touch on the ball, these women are displaying immaculate touch even under these conditions. So it's been very, very exciting.
And speaking of doing battle, Leanna Robinson loses that initial battle as Chicago nearly broke through, and a great shot by the Red Stars and a great save by Nicole Barnhart, and that'll lead to a corner for Chicago. And Erin Gilliland made a great run against Leanne Robinson, one of the tougher defenders. In fact, 2 years ago, an NWSL Best 11 player. And we'll look at it one more time. As you see Gilliland making that run right at and around Robinson, and the shot taken in front by Huerta. Back-to-back NWSL Player of the Week honors for the rookie Huerta, and initially headed away. We may have another corner for Chicago on the opposite side, as all the players will stay in, and this will be another Red Stars corner. DiBernardo will make her way to the opposite side. Again, if you're watching the streaming broadcast online, the picture probably does not do justice to the amount of rain that is absolutely pouring here in Kansas City. DiBernardo with the right-footed outswinger, now tipped away, he'll pass, and that's a goal! Chicago on the board with a 1-0 lead in minute 33. Another look for Chicago. Well done on the corner. Right in front. Heel tip. Far post. Back of the net. 1-0 Chicago. The first place Red Stars strike first. Minute 33, Chicago Red Stars off a set piece, and well done. And now looking for a second on the move before shut down by Becca Moros. The Red Stars maintain possession. And that was Calaprico on the back heel goal for the Chicago Red Stars. A lot of bodies in the way and rain falling, but it is Danielle Calaprico, her second goal of the campaign, and Chicago with a 1-0 lead on the road against the defending NWSL champions. Looking for a second, that was Huerta. No, she missed. DiBernardo gets the assist on that goal by Calaprico. So minute 33 off the DiBernardo corner, Danielle Calaprico. And her 6th start of the season, gets her 2nd goal, just 22 years old, out of the University of Virginia. Not what FC Kansas City wanted, but it's not a matter of what you want, it's what you get. And Chicago is in a good position here on the road. And that just missed Gilliland on the near side. This will be a throw in for the Blues. And I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, and I'll mention it again, Chicago in a good spot right now, not only with the 1-0 lead, but the Washington Spirit, who were tied on 10 points with FC Kansas City, just 1 point behind Chicago for the top spot in the NWSL. The Washington Spirit lost earlier tonight 3-2 on the road to the Western New York Flash, who are anchored to the bottom of the table in the NWSL. That's good news for both teams playing tonight, but should Chicago hold on to a 1-0 lead, they would push themselves 4 points clear at the top of the National Women's Soccer League. And it's early in the season, and a matter of first place, second place, third place may not mean much, but mentally, it's nice to be able to go back to the training grounds during the week as a first-place team, having some cushion. And now another chance for Chicago in front, and that goes away. Boy, the Red Stars continue to attack. And to the dismay of Vlatko Antonovsky and the home crowd FC Kansas City fans, that'll be a corner for Chicago. Can DiBernardo serve it up one more time? For DiBernardo, that was her 4th assist of the season. A dominant offensive player in the National Women's Soccer League. And then this will be a goal kick for the Blues. Minute 37. Chicago Red Stars with a 1-0 lead. And we're getting a correction on the goal score. They have now amended it. I initially thought it was Huerta, and it was credited to Calaprico, but now it is Huerta. So Huerta, if you're keeping score at home, that is 5 goals in her last 3 games. Back-to-back NWSL Player of the Week honors, and she's got another one tonight. She is on an absolute roll. Now here's Shea Groom for FC Kansas City. Sarah Hagan was offside. The flag is up, and this will turn around and go to the Red Stars. So Sofia Huerta, Boise, Idaho, played college soccer at Santa Clara. The 11th overall pick in the NWSL draft. 5 goals now in the last 3 games, and still plenty of time to go to up that tally. She has been fantastic, and she is being heavily recruited by both the U.S. women's national team and the Mexican women's national team. She's represented both at lower levels, but is not yet committed because she does not have a cap with the senior level yet, so she is not cap tied to either squad. And if you're the U.S. national team or the Mexican national team, you best keep an eye on Sofia Huerta. And now taken out and a foul called. We have a yellow card. And down hard was Erica Timrak. And the card is out. And that'll be issued to Samantha Johnson. So a yellow here in the first half in minute 39. So a yellow card for Samantha Johnson. And we'll see if FC Kansas City can exploit that for the rest of the match to try to get their way back in. Now a header in front, dangerously, looking for Sarah Hagan. Shea Groom in the area. That was well taken by Averbush. So once again on the goal for Chicago, that has been corrected. Sofia Huerta, the outstanding back heel off the corner kick from Vanessa DiBernardo. Ball trickles out of bounds on the near side. Throw in for Leanne Robinson. Over through Buzzkowski. Tim Rack just fouled, drew the yellow card. Past Hagan. They'll cycle it back to Dalton, the goalkeeper for Chicago, who's been challenged a couple of times. Also had some adventures in goal. Remember, she is in there due to Karina LeBlanc's commitment to the Canadian national team as they build up for World Cup 2015 in her home country. Should be an outstanding World Cup in Canada. And there's Huerta, the goal scorer. She'll send it across in front, cut out by Moros. Still Moros. Now Liz Bogus pops it up. Blues not out of danger. Buzzkowski trying to get on there. DiBernardo is there. Boy, this Chicago team continues to apply the pressure. They have one and they're looking for two. Now Shea Groom will clear it. Erica Timrack. Long-legged run. Now she has Groom. Invited her into the play. Still Groom. She lost to shin guard. Still Shea Groom. Still Shea Groom. Into the 18, Shea Groom. Still Groom sends it across in front and tipped away by Chicago. Not out of danger. Far side Bogus. And that'll trickle past the end line, and this will be a corner for FC Kansas City. See how they perform on the set piece. Chicago opened the scoring on a corner kick by DiBernardo, converted by Huerta on a back heel. And this will be Erica Timrack on the far side. So we saw Leanne Robinson taking the corners on the near side. Now Timrack will take the right-footed in-swinger. Remember this? And there's another look at Shea Groom charging in against the Chicago defense. Couldn't get a shooting angle, tried to pull it back. Now in front, and FC Kansas City just missed a golden opportunity, but they'll get another corner. So it was off a Red Stars defender. So again, Erica Timrack with the corner, right-footed in-swinger. Goes to the far post, and Sarah Hagan couldn't quite get on the end of that, just a little bit too strong by Timrack. And there's another look at the corner by Timrack. There's Hagan on the far post trying to get there, and that's the near post. That was the previous corner kick and just missed. Now Dalton will have the goal kick for Chicago. Minute 43 as we're nearing halftime. No indication of added time so far. In fact, we may not have any added time. The sideline clock is wrapped in a protective plastic jacket because of the pouring rain here in Kansas City. And now Chicago with another chance. And Nicole Barnhart does well to get in front of that to keep the deficit at 1. Minute 33, Sofia Huerta with her 5th goal in the last 3 games. NWSL Player of the Week the last 2 weeks. That's the first time in league history any player has won the award in back-to-back weeks. Now the Red Stars out of bounds off Buzzkowski as Rachel Kwan was there for the Red Stars. This will be Erin Gilliland on the near side. She's got Jen Hoy, DiBernardo. Dangerous. Kwan nearly got there. Barnhart being charged at by Calabrico. Lepelbit. Mandy Laddish. Moros. And that'll skip all the way down. And the Red Stars will cycle it back to Dalton. Minute 44, still no indication of added time. Now the near side, Chicago, Gilliland. Samantha Johnson, who's on a yellow card, got that in minute 39. To the far side. Hemmings had it initially at first touch. Still Hemmings. trying to catch Moots in stride. This will be a throw in for Chicago. Throw in by Hemmings. Still Hemmings. DiBernardo. Left-footed shot inside the 18. No problem for Nicole Barnhart. The dying seconds of our first half, and our indication is we will have 1 minute added on to the end of the half. So 1 minute will be added on here as FC Kansas City and Chicago continue to play through this pouring rain here in Kansas City. Leanna Robinson with a fancy bit of footwork. Dangerously played back to Barnhart as Huerta, the goal scorer, was there. And now Lapelbit. Laddish. Buskowski. One final push for FC Kansas City, and Sarah Hagen out front, all alone. Flag stays down. Hagen far post, and she misses by 3 feet. Sarah Hagen was in by herself. Stayed on side, made a nice run, and another look. And she is out front. Just had a bad angle to the finish. And we will likely see this half end with Chicago going to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. The goal by Sofia Huerta. And there is the whistle as we have officially reached the end of the first half. Chicago, the Red Stars, the first place team in the NWSL, have a 1-0 lead on the defending champion FC Kansas City Blues. Sofia Huerta, minute 33 off the DiBernardo corner kick. So Vlatko Andonovski will take his side to the dressing room to try to find a way back. And Rory Dames will head to the Chicago dressing room and find a way to either stay ahead or add on to it. So we will take a break and try to dry off as the rain continues to pour. Brad Zimmerman will try to dry off the television equipment, and we'll be back with the second half right after this.
Board & Cheese is proud to be the official sponsor of FC Kansas City. Every time you buy Board & Cheese, you're supporting over 1,000 dairy farm families in Missouri and Kansas who are part of a farmer-owned cooperative. Board & Cheese, supporting local dairy farm families 100%. The Samsung Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy S6 Edge are now available through Verizon. You can receive up to $200 when trading in your smartphone for the latest Samsung devices. Switch to Verizon today, and you'll also receive a $100 bill credit. Come to Verizon and watch the savings add up. Verizon, never settle. Research Medical Center is proud to be FC Kansas City's official medical provider. Research Medical Center's team of sports and wellness specialists are ready for any of your healthcare needs from prevention to injury care. They're here to keep you healthy and active. Tide Dry Cleaners are the official dry cleaners of FC Kansas City. The same Tide you've trusted your clothes with for 65 years now has professional dry cleaning services. Tide's Green Earth technology leaves your clothes fresh and smelling like Tide. Tide Dry Cleaners, we're changing dry cleaning for good. The new Adams Mark Hotel and Conference Center is the official hotel of FC Kansas City. The Adams Mark Hotel and Conference Center also has the largest indoor water park in KC, Cocoa Key Water Resort. Stay and play where the visiting NWSL teams stay when they come to town. Located right across from the Truman Sports Complex. For more information, visit CocoKeyKansasCity.com. Life is full of big milestones, from purchasing that new vehicle to buying your first home. Make the most of those big milestones with RG Federal Credit Union. With auto rates as low as 1.99% APR, discover the RG difference at rgfcu.com. Plus, your account with us makes you an owner. So don't let the bank owners profit off of you. Let you profit off of you. RG Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA. For the best breakfast, lunch, and brunch in Kansas City, visit any of the 12 First Watch locations across the metro area. You can even have breakfast with the Blues player of the morning at each home game at a First Watch near you. For the best pizza and casual Italian cuisine in Kansas City, try the fast, free delivery of Sarpino's Pizza, the official pizza of FC Kansas City. FC Kansas City would like to welcome the following groups to tonight's match. Brookside Soccer Club. Teams from the Kansas City Invitational Soccer Tournament. FCKC Juniors Youth Soccer Club. Northland Sports Alliance. Tempo Soccer Club U13 Girls Lightning. Little Apple Soccer Club from Manhattan, Kansas. Cameron High School Girls, and KC Legends Revolution. FC Kansas City would like to wish the following folks happy birthday: Sean Hipsch, and Kim Ronvid. Tonight's Ball Kids are sponsored by Freestyle Graphics. Our halftime statistics: Chicago Red Stars lead 1-0 at the half. Each team has 5 shots. Chicago with the lead, 4 of those being on goal versus FC Kansas City's 3. 3 saves for FCKC, 2 for the Red Stars. Each team has 4 corner kicks. 8 fouls for Chicago to 3 for the home squad, and 1 caution was issued to Chicago. No cards issued to FC Kansas City. Chicago Red Stars scored in the 33rd minute, Huerto from DiBernardo, and that is your 1-0 Chicago halftime lead.
Somebody other than you. And I know that it hurts, you know that it hurts.
And we welcome you back to the second half of our NWSL game between FC Kansas City and the Chicago Red Stars as we flip sides after halftime. The Blues, the home side, and the blue tops, the white shorts, the blue socks moving now from our right to our left, and the Chicago Red Stars, the blue and white striped tops, the red shorts, and the Red Sox moving from our left to our right. The Chicago Red Stars on the board in the first half, getting a goal off a corner kick in minute 33. Vanessa DiBernardo on the corner, and Sofia Huerta with the backheel score for her 5th goal in the last 3 games. The 2-time back-to-back NWSL Player of the Week award winner coming into the game put the Red Stars up on the defending champions. And if you saw the rain pouring down in the first half, it is coming down now twice as hard here in the second half. So the Hardy fan group, and there's a good look at it here in Kansas City. It's an absolute monsoon, and we have seen that before the last couple of weeks. But we had lightning prior to our scheduled 7 p.m. Central kick, and that was the reason for the nearly 2-hour delay. So we were underway just shy of 9 o'clock Central Time, and that is the reason we are on late here tonight. And now Chicago in search of its second goal. There's DiBernardo, who had the assist. Jen Hoy skipping over a defender. Kwan. Now Calaprico into the far corner. And this will go to FC Kansas City for the throw-in. Mandy Laddish dispossessed by DiBernardo. So rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. Again, news from around the league, which is actually good news for both of these sides, depending on the outcome tonight. Or rather, regardless of the outcome tonight. Chicago Red Stars came in first place in the NWSL on 11 points. FC Kansas City came into the match tied with the Washington Spirit for second place, both on 10 points. And the Washington Spirit fell earlier tonight on the road 3-2 to the Western New York Flash. So the Chicago Red Stars can put some distance on between themselves and the 2 second-place teams. If this scoreline would hold, they would go 4 points clear at the top of the table in the NWSL. If FC Kansas City can find a way back, a draw would put them 1 point ahead of Washington and still 1 point behind Chicago. A win would, of course, give them sole possession of first place in the National Women's Soccer League. And now here's DiBernardo, the assist in the first half. Now she has Jen Hoy. Jen Hoy looking for a crossing angle. Shot, left foot, and a save by Nicole Barnhart. But well struck by Rachel Kwan. Opening seconds of our second half. Chicago with a 1-0 lead on the defending champion Blues from FC Kansas City. And now Nicole Barnhart to the top of her 18 to collect it and restart. She'll send it out wide to Becca Moros. Becca Moros making her 7th start, 7th appearance. And that goes wide, and now dangerously Dalton out of her goal box as she sends it in front. Back to Dalton, and now clear it, and no. Shea Groom nearly got on the end of that. She had a chance to punish Dalton, but did not. Now FC Kansas City on the attack. Shea Groom crossing pass in front and headed away nicely by Hemmings. Collected by Moros. Going in front for Sarah Hagan. Has a chance to turn, has a chance to shoot. Doesn't get the angle. Still Hagan. Push to the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for Chicago. Well defended by the Red Stars. Dalton, the Mount Prospect, Illinois native who went to the University of Wisconsin, takes the goal kick. Headed down Moros. Sarah Hagan, now here's Erica Timrak. Shea Groom, the rookie from Liberty, Missouri, still Shea Groom, top of the 18. She'll turn around, dance in circles, waiting for supports. The far side, here's Erica Timrak. And a nice sliding stop by Kwan. Still Timrak. Dancing, spinning Timrak. Leanne Robinson with the right-footed. That's knocked down. Robinson all the way back, looking for Becca Moros. There's Moros at the top. Jen Buskowski. Out of the near side, Liz Bogus. Looking for a chance to shoot Bogus. Will not get there as it's cleared away. And Danielle Caprico. Still not out of danger. The Blues crossing pass inside, looking for Groom, and Hagan just misses the far post again, and Vlatko Ananowski, the head coach, throws his arms up in disbelief. Hagan has had 2 golden opportunities tonight and missed them both. Here's another look at it. You see Moros in front with Buskowski. There was Liz Bogus. Mandy Laddish. And there it was sent in, and Hagan with the right footer just missed it by maybe 8 inches. A golden opportunity for FC Kansas City to pull themselves back into this one and level things at a goal apiece.
It kind of does.
But it was not to be. Now Chicago on the counter. DiBernardo. Still DiBernardo. Now Kwan. Lays it off near side to Hemming. Still Hemming. Now nicely put inside, but cleared away by Averbush. 53rd minute, 1-0 our scoreline. Chicago in front after the goal in the 33rd minute by Huerta. The rookie sensation for the Chicago Red Stars. And now the Blues have a chance. Liz Bogus. Still Liz Bogus with a nifty little piece of footwork. And it's nicely cut out by the Red Stars defense. As Hemmings went down in a heap after cutting out that chance. Here's Mandy Laddish. Chicago, Jen Hoy. LaPelbit, national team veteran for the United States. Moros, Laddish, dangerously laid back, and LaPelbit got there, and it's a chance for Chicago, but not quite. Rachel Kwan nearly punished that mistake by FC Kansas City. And Nicole Barnhart will bring it back inside the 18. And cycle it out to Averbush. Jen Buskowski. Becca Moros. Buskowski and a whistle and a foul on Chicago. Quickly retaken by Buskowski, trying to catch Chicago laying back. Here's Erica Timrak pedaling through the midfield. On it is Shea Groom. Shea Groom, the rookie. She's down in a heap. The referee calls a foul against Chicago. They will not be happy with that call. But FC Kansas City with a golden opportunity and a free kick in a great spot. So we had bodies on the ground. I almost said turf. This is a natural grass surface, and that's Lomnicki, who went down hard after the foul. Lomnicki, if you missed the first half, her parents are here tonight, driving all the way in from Denver, Colorado. I had a great conversation with them, and they said they drove through all this pouring rain on its way to Kansas City. So they, fortunately or unfortunately, get to experience the rain twice, but they get to see their daughter make a start for the Chicago Red Stars. And now talking it over for FC Kansas City, Erica Timrak, along with Averbush, who will take the free kick. This ball is about 7 yards outside the 18. Timrak and Averbush both back up. This will be a bit of deception. by FC Kansas City. Timrack makes the approach. It'll be Timrack laying off Averbush. Right-footed shot, and it's tipped over the top of the box. And a corner for FC Kansas City. And our match official says wrong side for the corner. And he's going to have the Blues. No, now he's corrected himself. They discussed it, and now it'll be taken on the near side. And now some discussion over what the call is. And there'll be a substitution for FC Kansas City. Liz Bogus is out. And coming on in her place, Caroline Castor from Wichita, Kansas, the University of Kansas product, who was signed recently by the Blues. Now header up and just missed, the near equalizer. But Caroline Castor, the Wichita, Kansas native, in minute 54, and another corner for FC Kansas City. Sent in near post and nearly went in off an own goal. Red Stars nearly directed it into their own goal. There's another look at it, and there's, oh, getting right on the end of that was Sarah Hagan once again. That was her third chance, so it was not off a Red Stars player. It was Sarah Hagan up in the air, getting major hang time to try to get the equalizer for FC Kansas City. Castor, who just subbed on in minute 56, played in that scoreless draw last weekend against Western New York. So she is getting playing time as a rookie, the Kansas Jayhawk. Nicole Barnhart will send it out to Becca Moros. There's Castor just into the game. Castor is on it, full of energy is Castor. Hagan was onside but unable to close the gap to get there. And Dalton will handle it with Hagan charging in. Becca Morris initially grabbed possession for the Blues. This will be sent all the way down, and Barnhart is way out of her 18 to get this in. Amy LaPelbit. Laskowski, it's too strong. And now the Red Stars. Nice job of keeping it in by Alyssa Moots. Buskowski. Tipped away by Moots, and a throw in for the Blues. Going for Timrack. And if she gets room, look out. And she's crashed into and a foul called, and that'll be a yellow card. Second yellow for the Chicago Red Stars. Erica Timrack is not pleased, and this will be Rachel Kwan who will see the yellow. Rachel Kwan is walking away like she's not the guilty party, but Kwan gets the yellow in minute 59. That is 2 yellow cards now. Samantha Johnson received a yellow back in minute 39, and now Rachel Kwan a yellow in minute 59. So 2 Chicago Red Stars now on yellow cards. With a 1-0 lead, they'll have to be careful here on the road in the pouring rain in Kansas City. Swope Soccer Village, and on a charge now are the Blues. Jen Buskowski, Hagan waiting for it. This will go out to Castor. The left foot, and the flag is up, and this will be offside. Castor a step too far. And on a normal night when it is not pouring rain here in Kansas City, this facility is absolutely gorgeous. Natural grass surface. This is where the Sporting Kansas City club trains from Major League Soccer. They have 2 natural grass fields they train on, along with an artificial surface when they need to. And there are also several youth soccer fields in this complex. They have absolutely transformed Swope Park into a thing of beauty for area soccer players, kids, and professionals as well. This is a fantastic surface in great shape. LaPelbit will poke it away. Now Castor spins her attacker, and this will be a foul. And a free kick for FC Kansas City. Becca Moros on to take it. Castro waiting on the near side as Timrak spins through and is dispossessed. Chicago Red Stars, even with the 1-0 lead, they have not let up in their attack, although they have not had the possession here in the second half. Now here's Castor. Into the game moments ago, looking for Sarah Hagan, springs free, Hagan with another chance, left foot, and that hits the side netting. Sarah Hagan has had 4 chances tonight to put one through and has been unable to pierce that Chicago defense. So the equalizer goes away, and FC Kansas City continues to trail as we pass the hour mark, 1-0. The goal by Sofia Huerta in minute 33 stands as our only goal tonight. Now Castro will run it down. Keep it in for the Blues. Castro, one tough customer. She is playing some hard minutes, doing Coach Francis at the University of Kansas proud, as he sends a player into the professional ranks with a local squad. Throw in on the near side for the Red Stars, and up to take that will be Calaprico, University of Virginia product. Pardon me, that'll be Hemmings taking the throw in from the University of Denver. There's Calaprico, who sends it out of bounds, and a throw in for the Blues. Becca Moros will take it. She's being directed to come up towards midfield to take the throw in. Never have to ask a player if she wants more of the field. And now a chance for Chicago. Nicole Barnhart out of her 18, and that was a dangerous moment as she had Huerta bearing in. Hemmings to take the throw in. Looking for Huerta, headed away by Moros. DiBernardo was there to collect it for Chicago. Tried to lay it off in front. Now DiBernardo back on it. DiBernardo, an outstanding effort tonight for the Chicago Red Stars. Averbush trying to clear it out. Kwan on a yellow. Had an opportunity there. Buskowski. Shea Groom. As the rain comes down even harder, if you can believe it. Still Shea Groom. Shea Groom running the park. Shea Groom. Still Shea Groom, the Liberty, Missouri rookie from Texas A&M. Lays it off for Timrak. Still Timrak, and now Hagan. Can't get there, and diving on it is Dalton for Chicago to blunt the Blues attack. That was a fantastic buildup by Shea Groom. She is really showing her stuff in her rookie campaign for FC Kansas City. If you're not familiar with Liberty High School in Liberty, Missouri, it's a soccer powerhouse. And at the lower level of college soccer, meaning below Division I, William Jewell is a great women's soccer program in Liberty, Missouri. They recruit several players from Liberty High School, as well as from the Lee Summit area. It's out in eastern Jackson County. Throw in for the Blues, Becca Moros. Timrak, back to Moros. And Moros will try to pick out Castor. Flag is down, she's onside, but Dalton will haul it in, and it seems like about every 4 to 5 minutes the rain comes down a little bit harder here in Kansas City. For the fans who have stayed on throughout tonight's events, it is a hearty group. And now here's Erica Timrak trying to run onto it. She's got it. Still Timrak has Hagan. Timrak will shoot it. And 4 feet over the top of the crossbar. Timrak still looking to open her goal-scoring account for 2015. She had 4 goals in 2014 during the championship season for the Blues. And there is the shot again, just a little bit too strong. But Timrak was the Rookie of the Year back in 2013 out of the University of Florida. Fantastic midfield player for FC Kansas City. And now Jen Hoy. Still Jen Hoy. Looking for Huerta. There's Huerta. The goal scored tonight. Still Huerta as she gets to the top of the 18. Played it back for Moots. now the Blues. Here's Castor. Timrak, and she goes down. No foul called. Referee says play on, and Timrak is still down. Here's Quan. To the far side, DiBernardo. Leanna Robinson. That's been a good head-to-head battle tonight, Quan and Robinson. And there's the replay, Timrak down after the shove by Calaprico. But not enough of an offense to warrant a foul call. Throw-in being taken by Gilliland. Chicago controls to the near side. Michelle Lomnicki. And here come the Blues. And Mandy Laddish was a little prospective with that left-footed pass. The near side, Hemmings. Still Hemmings. Up ahead to Huerta. There's Timrak. Timrak for FC Kansas City has Shea Groom out left, has Castor to the left, and there is Castor. Castor will look for a passing angle. Still Castor. She'll send it to the far side. Shea Groom is waiting, and it's headed away by Chicago initially. Leanne Robinson. Back heel by Groom to Robinson. Now inside. Chance for the Blues. Top of the 18, battle for the ball. Left-footed shot by Timrak, and it goes over the top of the crossbar, but it's deflected by a Chicago defender. So this will be a corner for Erica Timrak. And she'll take a right-footed in-swinger in minute 67. FC Kansas City looking for a way back into the match, trailing 1-0. And Swinger goes near post, headed down in front, and that's a goal! The Blues have equalized, FC Kansas City, and it's the veteran, Amy LaPelbit. The 33-year-old defender from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Opens her 2015 account in grand fashion. A header down to the ground, into the net, and we are level 1-1 in minute 68. Another look, the corner from Timrak. And watch LaPelbit right there, heads it straight down and just past Dalton. And the top two teams in the National Women's Soccer League are level 1-1 here in the second half in minute 68. What an outstanding quarter by Timrak, and a classy finish by Amy LaPelbit. And Amy LaPelbit is a fantastic story for FC Kansas City. She was originally part of the Chicago Red Stars, but missed all of 2013 while recovering from an ACL injury. She joined FC Kansas City last season during the championship run during her recovery. Managed to get healthy, play in 11 games, and a handball! That is called against Chicago, but it's just outside the 18. They will not get the penalty kick. But continuing with LaPelbit, able to play 11 games last year after recovering from ACL surgery. And she has been an outstanding veteran influence for these younger Blues players. And they have really taken her in and embraced her. Longtime U.S. national team star. Part of several Olympic runs for the red, white, and blue. World Cups as well. Here's another look at the foul. And their handball, pardon me. Yes, very much outside the 18. In fact, this is a generous spot for FC Kansas City. And it'll be Timrak and Averbush again over it. The last time they took a free kick, Timrak went over it. Averbush took it. This will be Averbush. And it's deflected and momentarily out of danger. But Averbush sends it back, and Dalton jumps on it. FC Kansas City looking for that second strike. And now a Chicago player down. And that is Taryn Hemmings, the 29-year-old from Greeley, Colorado. And now she is up, walking it off, jogging it off. And I believe she will stay in the match. She will not have to come to the sideline. And now Chicago in a very defensive position. They're looking at trying to hold on to a point on the road, and look at that. Becca Moros impedes Moots, who was trying to get the throw in, and now we'll have a substitution for Chicago. Coming into the match will be Carol Walls. As Jen Hoy gives way here in minute 71. So Carol Walls into the match, the University of Wisconsin product. Each team has used one substitution. Carol Walls a forward, so perhaps looking for more offense is Rory Dames, the Chicago Red Stars head coach. NWSL just 3 years old, but Coach Dames has been with Chicago for the last 5 years. A wealth of experience at every level, college and professional. Was himself a pretty good collegiate player. And so now, the earlier result, Washington's 3-2 loss on the road to Western New York, that looms large for both of these squads. Nicole Barnhart way out of her 18 to turn that away. And now the Red Stars looking to regain the lead. That is Moots. Still Moots, now sending it in. Hemmings across the 18, cut out by Lapelbit, the goal scorer for FC Kansas City. Timrak. Castor, second half sub for the Blues. Still Castor up ahead, and Hagan got her cleat caught in the wet grass here in Kansas City. And it is still absolutely pouring here in the Midwest. Back to the Major League Baseball, the game between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals had to be called off in the 6th inning, and the Royals got a 3-2 win over the Cardinals to take the first 2 games of that 3-game series, the top 2 teams in all of baseball. A minor league baseball game, the Kansas City T-Bones game had to be washed out tonight. And the only team left standing in Kansas City are the Blues, and the Chicago Red Stars, their visitors. And it is coming down harder and harder and harder. These two teams, holy cow, and their fans as well. The support staff, there's another look at the rain. You can hardly see to the far side of the pitch at times. And credit to Brad Zimmerman and his production crew doing the broadcast tonight. All the camera guys out in the pouring rain tonight. Job well done. This is not these are not easy conditions to work in, and the equipment is delicate. We're happy to bring you these pictures from here in Kansas City if you're watching us on the streaming broadcast. And now FC Kansas City. Sarah Hagan back heels to Castor. Still Castor. Castor on the left side, and holding her off was Caprico. And this will be a corner for FC Kansas City. Well, they scored on their last one. Erica Timrak sent it in. Amy Lapelbit converted on the header. Can they do it again? Can they take their first lead of the night? It'll be a quick corner by Timrak. Buskowski, Timrak. Still Timrak. Across in front, and the Red Stars will send it away. Lapelbit collects it for the Blues. Moros has it for the Blues. Buskowski. Jen Buskowski, the Iron Woman for FC Kansas City. Averbush. Timrak. Timrak dancing, nearly cut through the Chicago defense, but it's cut out, and the effort is thwarted. Here's Lapelbit now, and she'll get it back to Nicole Barnhart. Talking with assistant coach Hugh Williams before the game, I'd asked him who was going to start in goal because Caitlin Rowland, the rookie from UCLA, started the last match for the Blues. I'll finish that story in a minute. Here's Kwan, who's sitting on a yellow card. The near side Moots. Moros has it for FC Kansas City. Up ahead to Castor. Couldn't quite get the Jets on, and nicely handled by Hemmings. But to finish that story, I was talking with Hugh Williams and asked him who was starting. Would it be Caitlin Rowland tonight or Nicole Barnhart? And he said, who? I said, Nicole Barnhart. Well, the team calls her Barney. Nobody calls her Nicole Barnhart. They all call her Barney. So he was caught off guard when I used her full name, Nicole Barnhart. Longtime U.S. national team veteran. Just call her Barney. Here's Moros on the near side for the Blues. This will be a throw-in for FC Kansas City. And Moros has had a fantastic evening for FC Kansas City. Outstanding work rate. Working that left side of the pitch. Throw in to Sarah Hagan. Back to Moros. Moots is in there for Chicago, and she's down. Here's Huerta, the goal scorer for Chicago. Lepelbit tries to get in there, but still Huerta. Right-footed cross, and it's headed away by Lepelbit. Excuse me, Averbush in there. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, both sides missing several players as the United States and Canada build up to World Cup 2015. Becky Sauerbrunn, normally a part of that back line for the Blues. She is out with the national team. And now Castor battling for the ball, and Chicago cuts that out. And a nice job by Michelle Lomnicki. Here's DiBernardo, who got the assist on the goal for Chicago. DiBernardo tips it up, and Barnhart is there. And Chicago getting ready to make another substitution, and coming in as the rain comes down harder now. Chicago prepares for their It'll be Luba who will sub in for Chicago. And the heavens continue to open up here in Kansas City. Melissa Moots is out, and Luba is in. And if you're searching your rosters, as we are, she has not been added to the official online roster, but Luba is the substitution for Chicago. And it is a monsoon here in Kansas City, figuratively speaking, not literally. This pitch is soaked. It has been raining for well over 3 hours now. We're in a 1-1 tie at the moment. Sofia Huerta with a goal in the 33rd minute for Chicago, her 5th of the season, her 5th in the last 3 games, in fact. And Amy Lepelbit, the equalizer in minute 68, off the corner kick from Erica Timrak. Minute 79. Both teams pushing. Each side wants 3 points. Chicago holds on. They remain top of the table in the NWSL. If FC Kansas City finds a way to take the lead, they will leapfrog Chicago for sole possession of first place. And the Blues trying to clear it. Here's Erica Timrak, got the assist on the goal. On the corner kick, she's trying to spring. Shea Groom, here's Shea Groom, fleet of foot, Shea Groom, left-footed shot. And a good shot, but just not quite enough power as Dalton is there to knock it down. Keep this game level at 1-1. And Jillian Carroll, who is back from the sidelines where it is monsoon conditions down there, but I'll tell you what, these two sides have put in an outstanding performance in these adverse conditions.
That's Right, Brad, just to give you an idea, I have both shoes completely full of water at this point. It was just one earlier, but the second half, this rain has not quit. So just like the rain, the girls have not given up at all. The intensity that FC Kansas City is bringing is excellent. All the coaches are off the bench at this point, consulting each other. The intensity is rising. Now, when you look at the other bench, Coach Rory Dames is asking for composure out of his players, saying being calm down, slow it down. So between the intensity on the field, the rain that is on our side, we hope, we're ready here on this corner. Hopefully we'll finish this next one, Brad.
Leanna Robinson with the left-footed in-swinger down in front, not out of danger. And Robinson will collect it and send it in again for another chance before Dalton jumps on it. But Jillian, when you're down there watching the game, I tell you what, the fans who have stayed tonight have gotten an absolutely outstanding show from both sides. This has been soccer at its finest.
They have. They're very loyal. They're very excited. And Kansas City soccer, we're used to the rain, so we're doing well in it. We're appreciative of the fans being here, and hopefully the girls will give us a victory.
And the last month, plenty of raindrops here in the Midwest. Thank you, Jillian. Appreciate it. Fans of Chicago and fans of FC Kansas City should be proud of their sides tonight, as they have both put in a great performance in these adverse weather conditions. And now this will be a corner for Chicago on the far side. Both goals tonight coming from corner kicks. Huerta back in the first half on the corner by DiBernardo. And Lapelbit in the second half on the corner from Erica Timrak. And taking this for Chicago will be Calaprico. Calaprico with the right-footed in-swinger sends it to the center of the box, and the header just hits the far post, and it's in. And that's a goal for Chicago. Chicago has taken the lead in minute 82. And once again off a set piece. And there's another look at it. The header hits the crossbar, and a second header. Gets it in. The Red Stars.
Number 14, Taryn Hemmings, with the assist number 13, Michelle Lemnicki. Time of the goal,
That's
87
minute
minutes.
82, the goal for Taryn Hemmings. And that is her first of the season. And the assist goes to Michelle Lomnicki. And talked about her earlier. Her parents are here tonight, Pat and Sherry. Drove all the way from Denver through this storm that we're watching now on their way to Minneapolis. Saw their daughter start and saw her score a goal and give her Red Stars side a 2-1 lead over the defending champions. And Nicole Barnhart tips it away. Dalton tips it away. Nearly an equalizer for FC Kansas City in a corner, and the Blues are in a hurry. Minute 83, time winding down. Timrak to take the right-footed in-swinger. 3 goals tonight, all off corner kicks. Timrak sends it near post, tipped in front. Be a foul, and now it's starting to rain almost sideways here in Kansas City. It has changed directions. Holy cow. Credit to the players and the fans. These are not ideal conditions, but this is what you deal with. The lightning has stayed away. It was the reason this game was delayed for nearly 2 hours. The lightning went away, the rain stayed. Moros, Timrak, Moros. Throw in for the Blues, Moros. Looking up ahead to Castor. There's Jen Buskowski. And that's sent out of bounds by the goal scorer, Michelle Lomnicki. Lomnicki gave her side the lead. Minute 82. The assist to Taryn Hemmings. Excuse me, the assist to Lomnicki, pardon me, the goal to Hemmings. So Michelle Lomnicki's parents saw her set up her side. Now here's Sarah Hagan. She's had golden opportunities tonight. Missed a couple. Mandy Laddish inviting Leanne Robinson up from her defensive position. The Blues pushing, trying to find that equalizer. Laskowski throw in for the Blues. Shea Groom lays it off to Robinson. Robinson charging in. Crossing pass in front, and Dalton just tips it away. And this will be a throw in on the near side, and it'll be taken by LaPelbit. Castor. LaPelbit heads it, but it's out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Red Stars. Minute 86. Chicago Red Stars with a 2-1 lead on the defending NWSL champion Blues of FC Kansas City. But the Red Stars find a way to a third. Carol Walls, the second half sub. Going down into the corner. Killing time. Battle. Throw in for FC Kansas City. Should this scoreline hold, Chicago will not only maintain their spot at the top of the table, they will become 4 points clear of both Washington and FC Kansas City. The Washington Spirit falling earlier tonight on the road at Western New York, 3-2. So they stay on 10 points. And if this scoreline holds, FC Kansas City will stay on 10 points. And the Chicago Red Stars will jump to 14 points and looking for their 4th win of the season. The only team left in the National Women's Soccer League without a loss. Currently 3-0-2, a chance to go 4-0-2. Killing the clock, Huerta. She'll scamper to the corner again. Minute 88. Throw in for FC Kansas City. And some words exchanged down in that corner. Throw in for Chicago, pardon me. The Blues not happy with the time-wasting maneuvers by Chicago, but it's part of the game. And now a corner for Chicago. It's raining even harder, if you can believe it. Corner for Chicago. No doubt they'll keep it down and trying to run off another few seconds. Now throw in for FC Kansas City. Minute 88. Throw in for Chicago now coming. Huerta open the scoring. She'll give way to Luba. Moros trying to get it away for the Blues. She does. LaPelbit. Throw in for FC Kansas City. Minute 89. No indication yet of how much time will be added on to the end. I can't imagine more than a minute, maybe 2. Now a foul as Shea Groom is down in a heap. Pardon me. Sarah Hagan is down. FC Kansas City fans urging on their side to get moving. Moros assessing her options. Buskowski. Far side, and there's Kwan. Got a yellow card earlier in the half. Blues regain possession. Leanne Robinson. If you want a power player on the far side, that's what you've got. Shea Groom, it's a little bit too far, and Dalton at the top of her 18 will collect it, and no doubt she'll take her time, as well she should. Her club with a 2-1 lead on the road. Dalton sends it away. Moros heads it down for the Blues. Still no indication of added time. And here's Shea Groom into the 18. Dalton gets it away in a collision in the box between Groom and Dalton. And a yellow card is coming for Shea Groom. Shea Groom. And a Chicago Red Stars player is down. Match referee wants Shea Groom, the rookie from Liberty, Missouri, out of Texas A&M. She will get a stern talking to from the officials. She tosses the ball into the back of the net. And there is the animated discussion between the two. Shea Groom was involved in a collision last week. And there's the yellow, the goalkeeper from Western New York. And their goalkeeper was suspended for a game. This time it's Shea Groom who's in the wrong, at least in the referee's opinion. We have reached full time, and there is an umbrella blocking the clock, so we're unsure of how much time has been added on here. Can't imagine much longer. And if FC Kansas City falls, it will drop the points at home to the first place team from Chicago. Both of these sides have been absolutely fantastic tonight, Chicago and FC Kansas City, and Chicago showing why they're in first place and why they have a chance to perhaps win a championship. And now we have an indication. 5 minutes have been added on. 5 minutes. We are in the first of those 5 minutes now. 5 minutes of added time. Here's Sarah Hagan for the Blues. Nearly run off the ball, and this will be a goal kick for Chicago. 5 minutes of added time. And that is a lot. I didn't think more than 2. But 5 minutes is what the decision is. Dalton. Send it away. FC Kansas City desperate for an equalizer. Moros heads it, but it's out of bounds. Chicago will get the throw in on the near side. Huerta, the goal scorer, gives way to Hemmings, also a goal scorer. Flag is up, offside Chicago. Pardon me, that'll be a foul against FC Kansas City. There's Huerta, who scored the game's opening goal back in minute 33 on the assist from DiBernardo, corner kick. Flag is up near side. FC Kansas City to take the free kick, and they do quickly. We are into the 3rd minute of the 5 added minutes here. 3rd minute of the 5 added minutes. And the ball skips past Leanne Robinson on the far side, and you hear an audible groan from the crowd, imploring the Blues to claw one back and rescue a point here at home. Throw in by Averbush. Lapelbit. Need urgency here, and Lapelba has it. Buskowski. Averbush. Looking up ahead to Sarah Hagan, and that's a bit too strong. Run down, sent away by Samantha Johnson. Throw in for FC Kansas City on the far side. We should be in the final minute of the 5 added minutes. Whistle could come at any time. Red Stars would like to hear it now. The Blues would like as much time as they can. Lapelbit. Still Lapelbit. Now to Moros on the near side. Moros tries to send it ahead with Hagan and Groom crashing the 18, but it's sent away by Chicago. Well defended by the Red Stars. Throw in looking for Castor, and Chicago will send it away again. Lapelbit. Castor. Moros on the overlapping run. Moros up from her defensive position. This will be a corner for the Blues. Perhaps the last chance for FC Kansas City. And down on the turf is Taryn Hemmings, who scored the go-ahead goal in minute 82. Looks like they're trying to work out a leg cramp, and the Blues fans are not too happy. They see this as simply a way to bleed off the final minute of added time. Our match official will take note and add on the appropriate amount of time here. She has moved off the pitch now to allow the Blues. Now will be up a woman. Timrak will send it near post up in front. Buskowski had a shot. Timrak back to collect it. Perhaps now the last push for the Blues. Goes to the far post. Dalton up in the air and punches it away for Chicago. Gotta imagine a whistle will be coming any minute now. Nicole Barnhart is out of her 18. Barnhart sends it deep. Popped up in the air by Lomnicki, who had the assist on the go-ahead goal for Chicago. Leanna Robinson up ahead to Hagan, and Dalton is there. And there is the final whistle. We have reached full time. The Chicago Red Stars, the first place team in the National Women's Soccer League, have come to Kansas City in a pouring rainstorm and knocked off the defending champions by a final score of 2-1. Sofia Huerta with the game opening goal back in minute 33 off Di Bernardo's corner kick. That was equalized by Amy Lepelbit in minute 68 on the corner kick by Erica Tamrick. And the match winner coming in minute 82, Tara Hemmings. The assist from Lomnicki. And if her family is watching, Lomnicki's parents, very nice people, and it was nice to talk to them before the game, and they got through that storm, driving all the way from Denver, and a nice night for them here in Kansas City on their way to Minnesota. Want to thank Brad Zimmerman and his production crew tonight, all the camera guys out in the rain tonight, and everybody here in the booth. Another outstanding effort bringing you these outstanding pictures in these adverse weather conditions. And congratulations to the fans of the Blues and the Red Stars who were here tonight to hold out through this torrential rainstorm. Job well done. So the Chicago Red Stars, with their full 3 points, now have 4 points between themselves and the second place Washington Spirit and FC Kansas City. So they are clear at the top of the table by 4 points. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching the streaming broadcast. I'm Brad Porter. We'll see you next time. Chicago Red Stars 2-1 over FC Kansas City.